there's a lot of plates shifting right now. And I said earlier, when you asked me what's going to happen, we really have no idea.
Right.
And I think we really have no idea the issues involving the United States was the U.S. missile defense systems, the Patriots in Jordan, the Aegis destroyers, that's the U.S. Ship-based anti-missile systems. Were those used? Was the Patriot missile batteries in the United Arab Emirates and Qatar used? There's going to be a lot of questions. What about Saudi Arabia? There's going to be a lot of questions over the next 24 hours about U.S. involvement, and then how the Biden administration chooses to move things forward.
And we are waiting to hear from the White House, from the State Department. But Leland, talk about what this could potentially mean for the more than 500,000 plus Americans who are currently living in Israel.
Yeah, you've got 600,000 Americans in Israel. It's often called the 51st state for a reason, because of how Americanized it is. Is there going to be some mass exodus? It doesn't seem like that right now. Israel's been preparing for this for a very, very long time. And I think we have to, the Israelis watch American politics almost closer than we do. I remember when I was there being asked by people on the street and cab drivers far more intricate questions about U.S. presidential politics than I often am now in the United States. So they're watching. And it's going to be really interesting to see. And I would focus our viewers. Do we see President Biden and Kamala Harris together in the Situation Room? Do we see a joint statement from both of them? Do either of them take questions? Does Harris make a statement out on the campaign trail this afternoon? How does the Biden-Harris team manage trying to show that they are supportive of Israel? Remember, it was Kamala Harris who kept telling the Iranians, don't. Well, now she's going to have to face questions. You told the Iranians don't. What are the consequences of don't? We know that Donald Trump is speaking here in a couple of hours, it looks like. And we're told that he is going to talk about this from Milwaukee. That's 5 p.m. or so, 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to hear from Donald Trump. So does Donald Trump get out ahead of Joe Biden on this, or ahead of Kamala Harris? That's going to be a pretty stunning development. In how is that positioning going to change for the debate tonight? All of a sudden, if you're CBS News, you're ripping up some questions right now and rewriting the debate. And if you're Tim Walz, who's not exactly been a huge defender of Israel, voted for the Iran nuclear deal that's very controversial, how is he going to answer those questions tonight?
Right, and the former president actually supposed to have a campaign event that starts here at the half hour. So it is possible that he could potentially get in front of the current president, the current administration on this and say something. No doubt that it's going to come up at tonight's vice presidential debate. Leland, before we go to break here, I do want to ask you, do you think what happened today, what has happened now from Iran, is this in any way going to change Israel's strategy in Lebanon or in Gaza?
We'll see. Israel views that they are in the catbird seat, right? For 10 months, they have been constrained by the United States. And over the past couple of months, they basically told the Biden administration to take their ceasefire and go out into the desert and bury it. And then escalated in Gaza and have escalated in Lebanon over and over and over and over again. And now all of a sudden you're seeing the Biden administration with leaks, and we've got a lot on this tonight on the show, and we'll have it in War Notes too that's coming out in a few hours. That all of a sudden overnight there's all these leaks that the U.S. now may think that Israel's moves in the Middle East are actually helping in degrading Iran. So things are shifting radically, and I think we're gonna see some big changes in rhetoric from the Israelis, but more importantly from Kamala Harris and Joe Biden over the next 12, 24 hours.
And hopefully we will get an update quickly from the administration. That should be coming at some point here. NewsNation Chief Washington anchor Leland Vittert, always appreciate your time. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.